I have a question. How long did it take you to get where you are now? And what would you say to a listener who is already tired and frustrated with the sheer volume of information about spirituality and chakras and energy being tossed around,
Mm,
especially online today?
mm,
What would you say to them?
mm. Okay, so there are two questions there. One is how long did it take me to get to where I am? And what would I say to listeners who are already full up with all the spiritual, you know, jargon that goes on?
Yes.
Okay, so the first question is how long did it take me to get there? It's the same answer for every person in the world. It took me all my life and lifetimes to get to where I am now. Just like it took you all your life and your lifetimes to get to where you are. And in order to teach the 12 levels of being with respect, I look at every individual, every soul, every spirit as having had their own journey, have their own wisdom, their own knowledge, and my job is on one level to facilitate them to remember who they are. So many times we wish we were in a different place. We wish we were in a different time. And the key to living a spiritual life is first and foremost to appreciate where you are now and how you got there. That's the beginning of the journey of the 12 levels of being.
Amen, sister.
Oh. Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to somebody who's brand new on the journey back to self?
Mhm. I think the first thing I'd say to anybody is never take another person's word as the truth. And that may sound kind of strange because I'm, sharing a truth, what I believe is the truth. But don't
Mm-hmm.
believe me. The only way you can know if something's right for you is to check with yourself if what you're hearing feels and sounds right to you. You'll always know what's right for you if you ask, what am I feeling when I hear this? What's going on within me? And the second thing I'd say is that you are already a spiritual being. You don't need to do anything to be spiritual. There's nothing you should do or should say or should believe. We're told by so many people that to be spiritual, you have to do or say or be a certain way. And I really believe that's rubbish. That's not true. We are already spiritual, magnificent beings. And the 12 levels of being simply holds up a mirror and reminds you who you are and reminds you of the joy of moving forward on every level of your being.
I really liked the response about to check in with yourself and see how you're feeling about
Mm-hmm.
a certain way something's coming to you.
Yeah.
I don't think people do that enough. So, what are some pitfalls that listeners should be on the lookout for on this journey, and how can they be avoided if they can be